Okay, I pulled you in close because we're going to start with the eyes. Right here, I already have my brow on, but for this video, we're using this Illuminatixisa palette by Isabel Bedoya. Yeah, so I found the shades to be quite beautiful, and I'm going to go in with the yellow to match what I'm wearing today. So let's start out. I have my brand new It Cosmetic brush. It's really nice. This is like a applying the eyeshadow in an area like all over. So what I'm trying to do with this white is I'm going to put this white all over my eye base right here. And before that, I put on the Illuminatixisa Paint Pot by MAC. And so I noticed that when I use this Illuminatixisa Paint Pot, it has a shimmer to it. And when it does, I think it shows a little less of the fine lines and wrinkles if you're a mature woman, such as me, mature in age, so to speak. All right, so I'm gonna just use my magic little brush cleaner here, and we're going to clean off this brush, and I'm going to show you what I got in my November BoxyCharm and how I'm using the parts that I got in it. So I cleaned off the white. Now we're going to go in to this beautiful yellow here. I like to go from the lighter colors to the darker colors. Oh, this yellow is so pretty. It just really has a beautiful kind of like a lemon look, but not being too goldish or mustardy in color. It's a little bit bright for a yellow. It's really very nice. And if you have blonde hair such as I do, try wearing a yellow eyeshadow. I think you'll be happily impressed with how it looks. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit more on. It is really a great shadow. Just picking it up with my It Cosmetics brush and putting it down right here on the eyelid. What a great color this is. It's really very nice. Wow, really very nice. Got a tad bit of fallout, but it does kind of wipe off pretty easily. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and clean my brush again because I'm loving this brush from It Cosmetics. It's amazing. Now what I'm going to do next is go in and do my crease, and the lightest brown I have in this palette is this brown right here. So I'm going to use that brown right there. It's called BB Girl, Bitsy Girl. Okay, here we go. Just going to go into the crease area. Probably could use a little smaller brush, but this one is doing it just fine. Just going into the crease and blending out my crease right here and up. So I'm just blending out my crease right here and up. And oh, I think that looks so pretty. All right. I'm going to leave a little room to be able to do my underbrow highlighter. But yes, look at how nice this goes on. And you know what? If you don't have a lot of time before you're going to work or you're going somewhere, this is an excellent way to apply your makeup because, well, number one, the brush works amazing. And number two, you don't have to be like precise on your lines because it's just not that kind of a look. It's just a color and the highlight and the background. It's not difficult at all, so you can really do this at home without any problems. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can just take a little, yeah, that's better. Let's go in with this smaller brush on the other side and let's deposit the white under the eyebrow really nicely. This does it really nicely as my brow highlight. It does a great job at depositing it where you want it. And just a little bit more right here. It's looking really nice. Now let's go into the other eye and deposit it right there. Yes, really nice. And then I think we should go in with like a color for a bit of an eyeliner, huh? Would you like to do a bit of an eyeliner? I don't know if we have that much lid space, but we could try it. I'm going to put the white in the inner corner again. Now this is a flat white, but you can see how nicely it's going on and how it's really working in the colors there. And I just love this yellow. And the brown is great too, right back here. This brown is so pretty. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is get my lashes on, and we're getting there today. It's coming up pretty quick. Look how nice it looks. And that's before I put my lashes on or before I put anything else on. So the foundation is laid for the eye look. This is from Isabel Bedoya, and it's called Illuminatixisa, and I think it's really pretty. I'm tempted to go into this color right here with the brown to do like an eyeliner, or this highlighting color here. Let's see, for my inner corner. That's a beautiful highlight. It's Illuminatixisa also. Oh, it's got a little bit of a blue there. This has a little bit of a blue hue to it, but I find that that's okay. It's coming up kind of pretty. And it does have some fallout, so beware. You just get a little bit of fallout when you pick up a large amount. There we go. Okay, that's just fine. But I'm just loving this yellow. I think this is the nicest yellow that I've run across in a long time, because some of the yellows don't stay as bright and cheery as this one has. Really nice. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll pop my lashes on and we'll come back for the finished look. All right, we'll get it all done. Foundation, a little bit of eyeshadow, but you can see how nice that laid down. It just took a couple of minutes. Look how nice it laid down. All right, just be right back. Okay, so now I got my eyelashes on, and I'm going to go in with my foundation, and I have my Juvia's Place on. I'm going to add a couple of drops of this Luminous to see if we can make this foundation not so much a matte foundation. And let's go in with a brush that will work really good for this foundation. Let's get this foundation brush, and we're gonna pick it up off my hand and begin to move it on my face. You can see it's a little drying even with the highlighter on, because I have dry skin. So let's see how far we can get with this one drop and see if it can cover most of my face. Yes, it's very thick, as you can see, which is nice for full coverage. It's absolutely wonderful for a full coverage. You can't beat this. I haven't felt anything on my skin more full coverage than this Juvia's Place. It's a great foundation. If you have any scarring or anything that is hard to cover, get yourself one of these Juvia Places foundation, and it comes in a little tube like this. So, and it says it's the foundation, and put a little drop on. Doesn't take much, just like that. Okay, now let's mix a little more of this Iconic drops in here and make it a little bit. Let me see if I can put a little bit more luminescence into this, and I think that worked pretty good. It looked like it made it luminous a little bit. We're gonna go over here with it. Sometimes I'll just end up putting it on from my hand, and that works also. So let's see if we can get this on here. All right. It seems like it's really a nice foundation. I've used it before, and this time I'm adding a little luminescence to it, and it's coming out really nice. Okay, maybe one more drop and we'll have her all done. Yes, you just need a tiny drop of this because it is very, very full coverage, which is great. You don't have to go over it twice, just one cover of it, and gives you full coverage. And the concealer is really nice too that I got with it. I'll show you that in just a moment. The concealer is really nice too. Let's try this. Let's add a little more luminescence to it with this golden drop and see if we can get a little more luminescence to it. As you can see, there's not too much right now. Let's try to add a little more luminescence to it. There it goes. Nice. With a brush, you kind of have to watch where you're going and put it in just where you want it to go. All right. Got it done. Got my brows done earlier. Now, let's see. Let's do this. Let's get my concealer out. And really nice. Nice finish. Okay, now I got the concealer that came with it. It comes in this nice glass ampule. So I'm going to take the concealer and drop it along here and through here. Now this hasn't dried yet, so it should blend in really nicely because it hasn't dried yet. Really nicely. Alright. I think I'm going to switch over and I'm going to finish using the makeup on my brush. Pretty good. And then we're going to go in with a different brush to do my under eye. And so for that, I want to get like a little bit of a flatter brush like this. We can just go in the under eye like that. Really nice. And then we go over here to the left eye and just move it right in. Alright. Okay. Now, I often get my under my under eye a little cracking. So what I found works for that is I have this Avon. So I take this and I put it right here where I have a little cracking because it's got a little oil to it and it'll keep it from cracking and getting dry. Right there. Okay. Alright. We're going to let this dry down just a minute and I'll be right back. The foundation on, now we're going to go in for the under eye, and I just love that I have this yellow on. So what I'm going to do for the under eye is I'm going to go in with this orangey color in the front part of my eye, right here, the orangey color in the front of my lower lash, and then I'm going to go in a little darker with this warm brown to the outer corner of my lower lash. Just like that. It's such a pretty brown too. It just gives a lot of warmth to the look. Okay, there we go. I'm going to try to blend it in with the orange that I have. The coralish color that I have. You see how nice and easy this goes on when you just use a little brush and you go right into the, and I love it when it combines with the orange here. It adds such a great look. I like it. The orange is brightening, yet it does do the trick to illuminate the under eye. That's really nice. Okay, so I have my face palette, and I've been loving this face palette, this Lucky Glow palette, and I love this blush color. Let's go in with this blush color with my It Cosmetics brush. Look how pretty that goes in. Next we'll do the bronzer, and we'll have that almost all done. A little bit of mascara for my lower lashes, and you can see you can make your look come alive in just a few minutes. All right. Oh, I love this powder here. It's so pretty. Especially if you don't set with powder, because if you're a mature person like myself, setting with powder can be really difficult. Wow, that's beautiful highlighting color. I'm just putting that right there under my eye and illuminating that part of the eye. So pretty. Let's put a little more over here. Oh, that's really pretty. Now, let's get into the bronzer. And I have my beautiful Morphe bronzer. Okay, just put a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, my sun's going down. All right. I think that does it there. Now, let's go in with a really pretty lip color I have from Kylie. Really pretty. And last but not least, a little mascara on my lower lash. And I think we're gonna be able to say this look is complete. There we go. Really nice. And just gonna make this more even right here. Really pretty color. Really nice look. Lip liner and line this just a bit right here and right here. I think this calls it done, huh? Okay. Okay, so I just want to go back and outline my eye a little bit more, and I have a Wet n Wild. It is a wet eyeliner with a brush, and it is in the color Metallic Brown. Let's see how this does along the lash line. Just start at the widest part of your lash line and bring your brush down, and already I have a wing right here. We're going to just go into that and come down along the lash line here. And I can put a little bit more lash glue right there, but it is staying on pretty nice as long as I don't disturb it. So there's my top eyelash line. See how you're doing? Just go in at the widest part and then work your way either way, into the inner corner or to the outer corner. And then you have your line. And so let's go in and do the left eye and start at the widest part and then come down and over and here and down here. So I did my makeup look in about 20 minutes or less. So you can see that if you have 20 or 30 minutes to get ready for work, you can do that also. And see how the metallic brown liner really takes this up another level and really illuminates the eye nice. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and add some to my lower lash. Just like this. Alright, just like this. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to right into the lash line and then come up here, and we're going to meet my wing that goes up. Just like that. On the left eye, we're going to go in and do, I always love doing a line, eyeliner line, after I laid down my powder. Because your powder makes your lash line stand out, but the eyeliner makes it more distinctive to that spot, and it's really nice, and helps you to match up your winged eyeliner too from the top, and it's really nice. And just be careful when you use your brush and monitor how much liner you have on your brush, and try to keep it to a workable amount. Having Q-tips or little cotton pads around is good. If you get a little drop like I did here, I'm just going to let that dry down. I'm going to flick it off with a little Q-tip, or there it goes. We can always go in and cover it again with a little bit of concealer, but sometimes that does happen with the mascara. It can just go down into your lower lash line. Let me see if I've got my concealer here. Okay. Yes, this is my Juvia's Place concealer. Just gonna put a couple drops right there. Let that dry just for a minute, and then we're gonna smooth it out with the brush that we used earlier. But you can see how the eye is more outlined now, and I think that looks nicer. So let's use our brush and cover up that little bit of mascara there. All right. Sometimes the easiest way to smooth it out too is to use your finger. Okay, that looks much better. Much better. Okay, so, and another thing I was noticing too when I looked was I need a little more blush color. And I need something that's just a little bit darker than this peach that I have on. Now, let's go into my NARS and let's get a little bit of color that would be a little bit brighter than just the coral. I'm gonna mix all three of these here. See what we come up with. Yeah, that's better. I like this coral, it's really pretty, but these two are amazing. So I'm gonna put the coral in up here, and then I take the lower two colors and I'm just blushing them on here. That gives me a little bit more color to the face. I like that a little better. Much better. Okay. You can see that when you use your blush, it can really make a nice difference in how your face look comes out, how your eye look comes out. Yes, and then I have a little, I've always been using this, and this is Physicians Formula. It is a bronzer, but they do have one that is translucent, and I found that I had that the other day. Let's see what this one is. These are the bronzers from Physicians Formula. You can buy them over the counter. And this one is light. Okay, this one is light. And this one is translucent. Now, I use this, if you're an older woman like myself, it's very drying to use powder. I haven't picked up some of the higher end. I think I had a Laura Mercier once, but I find this one is still my go-to. It is made with argan oil. So if you give it a couple of swipes and you put it on your face as a setting powder, it works really good if you're an older woman because the argan oil has moisture to it, so it won't dry out your look. Like if I was to put on a banana powder, it would look really bad. The other thing about this that I love is that it smells so good. I said this before, if they could make a perfume of this, I would wear it. So to go back and fix up some of your finishing touches. So what I do when I want to go back and fix up a finishing touch is say I want to go back and fix up my brow. So I'm going to go back into my brow set, and this is the one I've been using, Brow Wow Brow Kit. I got it at DD's, and it's made by Christmas, Merry Christmas it says. Soft toned palette for the brow. Okay, so let me put my glasses on. We'll see who makes it. It says, again, it's hard to read because it's C-H-E-R. Yeah, I'm not sure who makes this, but I'll have to look it up. I don't know how to pronounce that either. www. We'll have to get my magnifying glass. It is so tiny. Makeup. Not sure. Okay, so what I do for my brow look is I go back into my brow kit and say I want to, it looks like as I put my makeup on, I lost a little bit of the tail of my brow there. So I'm going to go back with my brow pencil and go into it. And brow pencils, always got to sharpen them, right? Let's see if I can go down like that with my brow pencil. And down like that with my brow pencil. There it is. So there, fix that up a little bit and give my brow back some color. Okay. So if you like this look that I've made, you can do it at home too. Yeah. Came out pretty nice, I think. Okay. All right. Stay tuned. Okay, one more thing. I wanted to show you what I found. I ordered some MAC Cosmetics over the weekend, the holiday, the Christmas weekend, because I'd never tried MAC before. But I went with the paint pot, and I got the Highlight Pro Longwear paint pot, and it's a highlighting paint pot. And I thought it was nude in color, and I thought that's what I was getting, but when I opened it up, this is what I found. I'll show you. See how luminous that is? It has a shine to it. So, I found this to be a great product, and I'll tell you why. Being a person of age, I'll be 70 soon, but I do have some fine lines and wrinkles up there in my eye area. Anyway, I've been using this, and it just takes away the fine lines and wrinkles. Like, you don't really hardly notice them at all. Now, if I was to put on just regular makeup, especially one that's iridescent or has a shine, you would see the fine lines and wrinkles more with the camera. But if you use this, it seems to diminish the looks of fine lines and wrinkles. It is like an iridescence, and it looks strange when you put it on, But I think it really does the trick for concealing the fine lines and wrinkles, especially in the eye area. Especially in the eye area. Just wanted to give you this tip. Okay, see you next time.